You were obviously a known commodity before the Duke game, but how much did that game sort of put you on the map as far as where you are right now today as a top 3 guy?
I think that before the draft or before that game, they had me like 10 to 15 on NBA prospects. I think that the Duke game and just how good they are, their whole team and their whole tradition, and just winning that game really put me over the hump as a top 5 pick, top 3 pick, and just use that game. Even though we did lose to UConn, I think the Duke game was what really set that whole top 3 pick up.
What has been going through your mind the last year, and going from a guy that most people said late first round to jumping all the way up? Is there any point that your mind you're thinking I can't believe it, or the whole time you're saying you knew this would happen?
A little bit of both. I think a lot of people knew my potential, just had to show it. I think that my freshman year didn't really get to show it a lot because we weren't winning as much. I think a lot of that has to do with winning as a team before individual stuff comes, and I think that just going from 16 to 15 at Arizona to 30 and 7 or 30 and 8, that's a really probably the best out of me as an individual.
What's it like emotion to go from a guy that people are saying could be good to a guy that's saying he's got superstar potential, he's a top 2 or 3 pick?
I think it's great. I think it's humbling. Just to have people, just to be here, I think is the best part. And it's not really being top 3 pick, but just being in the draft is a blessing. It just humbles me to have teams want me to be one of the future players that they can work off of.
Are you surprised at all when you find yourself in this position? Or do you ever look around and think, I can't believe this is happening?
Sometimes I do. Just coming from where I came from, just being the underdog, basically my whole life. And I think that's what really, just puts me to work harder. When you're the underdog the whole time, you just have to try and prove people wrong. And I think that's what I've been doing my whole career.
Who are some people that helped you the most?
Just my family. Lionel, he's like my brother. He's really helped me a lot throughout this whole process, and just have people like that little tight circle that I have, and just keep me focused and level-headed throughout this whole year. Is really, that's why I played so well. Didn't have any outside people trying to come in that circle and distract me.
Are there any misconceptions about your game you feel like you need to clear up throughout this process?
Yeah, I'm not a power forward. I want to clear that up. Small forward that can play the floor. I think there's a big difference between power forward and small forward and a swinger. But I'm a small forward that can play the floor. I'm not going to get away from me being the post, but if I have a mismatch, I'm going to take. That's what I did this season. I had a lot of mismatches. If I have a slower guy, I'm going to take him outside. Being able to drive past them. If I have a smaller guy on me, I'm going to be able to post him up and be in the post.
How comfortable do you feel shooting the NBA 3-point shot right now?
Really comfortable. At first, I had struggled a little bit. Just it's a different ball, NBA ball, and just the distance. But I've been working hard ever since I had to clear for the draft, and right now, NBA 3 is looking good.
Are there any of the expectations that come with being a potential top 3 pick, like you're very likely to be? Do any of those worry you at all, or is there something that you think about?
I don't think about that at all. I think that if I just keep working as hard as I am right now, everything else will fall in place. Just like the last few years, I've just been working as hard as I can, and everything looks good so far.
A lot of teams seem to view you as a 4. Have you found yourself trying to convince them otherwise, or do you think that's yet to come?
Whoever picks me will find that out. I'm not a 4, I'm a 3. So.
What is it about your skills in that small forward position that makes you certain that's your spot?
I'm just a lot more skilled than most people think I am. I'm not doing any of the drills. It's combine, but throughout the team workouts, wherever I schedule for the workouts is going to see that.
Do you have any problems working head-to-head with anybody else, or are you looking to just do things individually?
I have no problem working out with anybody, against anybody, or just I'm not going to be at the combine. I'm not going to be working out here, but I have no problem facing against anybody.
I'm sorry. I think I read where Lute Olson said you're Iguodala with the jump shot. One, did you hear that, and what you think of that comparison?
I like that comparison. Lute Olson is a very smart man, and you've seen a lot of basketball players. I think he coached there for 25 years, and just have that's my name to be up there with Andre Iguodala. I think that's an honor right there. He's a great player. Just to have my name, have Lute Olson just say Iguodala with the jump shot, I think that's just an honor right there.
Do you consider yourself a lockdown defender like he is?
Yeah, I can be. I think that he's more defensive minded, but he's a great player offensively and defensively.
Have you heard any other NBA player comparisons like that, and if so, what did you think of?
I've heard like Beasley. I've heard just a few names, but I just try and play like myself, man. I don't really want to be like anybody else. To be different. I think that's really why people haven't really chosen anybody who I kind of play like. Just play like myself and just try and get out there and do things I know I can do.
Do you feel like you're the most NBA-ready player in this draft?
I think so. Just by my figure, just how I am, like my body type, and being 6'8", 6'9", 245. I think that I am the most NBA-ready guy that can step in and be an immediate impact.
Rookie of the year, is that something that you think about at all?
That's the plan. That's the first step. And not cocky or anything, but that's why I picked the agency I chose, and that's the main focus right now. Is rookie of the year.
A lot of people have Kyrie slotted as the top overall pick, but in the event the Cavs take you, the comparisons, especially if you think you're a 3 with LeBron. How do you feel about coming to Cleveland after he leaves and kind of being the heir apparent to him?
Yeah, obviously I'm going to have to change my college number. But if they have me as a pick, big shoes to fill. They need a player like me if they do choose me as the one pick. But I'm not really focused on who's going to pick me right now. I'm just trying to work out as hard as I can to be in the best shape for whenever if there's a lockout or whatever, so I can be ready as soon as the season starts.